Hello and welcome to another episode of the Tejano Traveler. Today we are taking a ride on the Texas Hill Country Flyer, which leaves out of Wells Branch, Texas, just north of Austin, and heads through the Hill Country up to Burnet, Texas. As you can see, we're taking off. It's always a slow pull that starts off at first. I had some VIP seats, which meant I just was able to have access to coffee and some cookies. That's all. But there's a car that I was in, I have a table. It was nice. You can see some of the trucks passing by. As you can see, we're going a lot slower than they were. But I love train corridors. It's one of my favorite things ever in the world. If there's a train corridor, I want to go through it. So I decided to take a walk through some of the older cars. They don't let people sit in them, but they're still there for museum sakes, I guess. So you're able to see how life was like back then during the era of railroad travel, and get to see all the cool little seats and stuff and more corridors. I don't know why. I guess I feel like I'm enclosed but still able to move, even though I'm kind of chubby. And it's a tight fit, but I kind of like it. And I like the little swaying of the train that bumps you up against the walls. It's a cool feeling, and I wish I could feel it more often because it's one of my top 10 experiences to experience. Here we have another cart, and they have big enough windows so that you can see what's going on outside. As you can see, it's just mostly brush and trees and cedars and that kind of stuff. It's not really the most amazing views, but I like standing between the carts. I guess that's what they're called, right? Carts? And some more unused seats. I mean, they pack everybody into a couple of train carts and leave the rest there for people to see. There I am, between the cars again. There's usually somebody talking, giving a brief lecture on what is going on and what you're seeing, and stuff about trains and train history. And I have tickets for something, but I'm not quite sure what they're for. I think they were my train tickets, boarding passes and stuff. This is probably the most scenic as it gets on the Hill Country Flyer. You get to pass through the backs of some old railroad towns and just get to enjoy the chugging motion of the train. And it travels pretty slow, but you can still feel yourself like you're moving. Those are some old houses that were off in the distance. And you just get to chill out and drink some coffee or water or whatever you want to drink and contemplate life and wonder what life was like back then. Everything was so much slower. We're used to fast-paced stuff. And here we finally stop at Burnet, Texas to let you out. You get to see just how long the train is. And like I said, only a couple of the carts are actually used. The rest are just, I guess, museum carts. And there's a locomotive. I wish it was a steam train, but I'm not going to complain. It's still nice to look at. I wish it looked more like Thomas the Engine thing. And then you can walk yourself down to downtown Burnet and take a look at some of the shops. I ate a burger. It was pretty good. I had crinkle fries. Sat next to a goose and gossiped about local town people. There was an old-timey clock and music playing down at the downtown square. And this is the exact moment when I realized the higher my pants get, the more comfortable I am. After about an hour and a half or so, I went back to the train to reboard. Took a couple pictures of the caboose. Every train needs a caboose. And I walked along the tracks and wished I could tie somebody down, because it always comes out in the movies like that. The way back was relaxing. I actually ended up dozing off at one point, but you could see some of the scenery, some of the industrial sections, some of the other carts that are there waiting to be picked up, some more cedars and stuff, soils, dirts, industrial complexes. That's what you end up passing through, because that's what the railroad was built for, to travel with all these materials and minerals and things. And we're finally back at the depot in Wells Branch. It was a nice little trip. I recommend you taking it, especially if you like trains. So hopefully you liked this little trip on the Texas Hill Country Flyer, and I hope you like and subscribe and leave a comment, and thanks for watching. Bye bye.